as convenient that actually offers centralized authority the ability to control, and it's all masked in bureaucratic, easy language. You have to stay very present and aware, I think, to notice what's actually happening down at the old specialist banking centre.
Their full statement is on our website, Carl.
Don't worry, there's just no cash in this bank.
No. Why does the bank need cash,
Is there a glitch in the
Carl?
matrix or something going on at the moment? No cash in the bank?
So.
Anyway.
I think so.
Even the news is starting to recognise that we're living in a warped time where our institutions are shifting, where their priorities are becoming apparent, where their modalities are not making sense, where the stories they're telling us can no longer mask the reality of what's happening. Authority is centralising, and our ability to trade freely, speak freely, interact freely, even move around freely is being slowly inhibited. Always, of course, for some higher cause. As long as you trust these systems, there's nothing to worry about. Let's have a look at it in more detail. A petition to stop Australia from becoming a cashless society has gained more than 120,000 signatures as banks increasingly restrict customers' access to their money, which doesn't seem like what a bank should be doing. The meaning of words is continually changing. The function of institutions is changing. Compassion and kindness means that you just can't talk anymore. And now banks are an institution that prevent you from getting your money. In Australia, more than 1,600 bank branches permanently shut their doors between June 2017 and July 2022, while the remaining Big Four banks, Commonwealth, ANZ and NAB, have all opened cashless branches where customers are directed to ATMs for everyday banking. All Big Four banks have also introduced restrictions on customers sending large amounts to cryptocurrency exchanges and associated sites. You can't have your money, and neither can you set up any alternatives to these systems that we're determined to impose upon you. Authority is migrating unquestioned to new locations. When did your relationship with your bank become a relationship in which you were subjugated, where they say you can spend money here but you can't spend money there? Perhaps it's always been like this and it's just becoming more obvious and more plain. But really, the role of a bank is supposed to be a role of service. In fact, all of these institutions are supposed to be set up to be in your service. But isn't it becoming increasingly obvious that we're becoming secondary and subjugated, subordinate to the will of some not fully revealed but plainly present central authority? The bank can now take your money and control where you can spend it. You're not able to speak freely. Authoritarianism appears to be on the rise. I feel that new tyranny will not be in the form of demagogic figures that talk about nationalism, but in this creep of liberal bureaucracies that just shut down your ability to do anything without ever fully explaining it or allowing you to vote for it. We can only continue to make this high quality content with the support of our fantastic sponsors. That's the only way we can remain financially free and continue to build this movement, like these wonderful guys. Stay to the end, I'll try and make it funny. We can't make our wonderful content or put on events like Community without our wonderful sponsors. Mudwater is a coffee alternative with 4 adaptogenic mushrooms and Ayurvedic herbs. Plus, it contains only a fraction of the stinking caffeine in a dirty old cup of coffee. So you get the energy without them terrible jitters, baby. And wouldn't you love to have the hit of coffee without that crash? Each ingredient in here was added for a purpose. They don't just put things in for a laugh. Cacao and chai for mood and a hint of caffeine. Lion's mane to support focus. Cordyceps to support physical performance. Chaga and reishi to support your immune system. And cinnamon, dirty Christmassy filth, for antioxidants. It tastes like masala chai and cacao made a really healthy lolly baby. Mudwater is Whole30 approved, thank God. 100% USDA organic, non-GMO, gluten-free, vegan and kosher certified. Mudwater donates monthly to the Berkeley Center for the Science of Psychedelics, as they believe the country is in a mental health epidemic and sees psychedelics as a useful tool for individuals with depression, PTSD, anxiety and other mental health experiences. To get 15% off, go to mudwater.com/community. Use the code community15. Delicious. Australia's top 4 banks have advanced this agenda by expunging over-the-counter cash withdrawals from most branches, a move that gravely threatens the last bastions of economic privacy and individual autonomy. Online, we don't have privacy and freedom. We feel that we're being continually observed, that our data is being packaged. The more that digital technology is advancing, the more ability to control us and observe us is garnered. Everywhere you look, freedom, privacy, autonomy, and personal authority are being eroded, often in exchange for ideas like convenience. When people talked about cashless societies advancing centralized authority, it was regarded, like most things, as a conspiracy theory. But now you can see how it will be used to restrict your ability to trade freely, to shut you down. Once that meshes with the kind of scrutiny we're subject to online, it's pretty easy to see how social credit scoring can be introduced, and your ability to trade, spend, move, and eat will be restricted according to the preferences of some invisible authoritative entity. A cashless society, necessary for CBDC proliferation, eradicates all